I was meaning to talk to you about this too. I was going to send you the video to this the other day, like I was saying downstairs, but I decided not to, so we could talk a little bit about it. Cool. But off the YouTube subject, so I watched this little mini documentary that like these YouTubers made, and it was mind blowing. And I'll send you the link sometime. But basically, what it is it exposes those like. It's not yummy because they do accurate stuff, but there's so many videos out there on Facebook and YouTube of like really good quality, like ingredients, do this with them, do this, put it in the oven, pops out, like cut it. And it's like a beautiful looking cake thing. Well, there's like so many accounts that do those videos, and they're all different for different like recipes, but they intentionally don't have a key ingredient in there to make it turn out how it does in the video. And they like brought in a food science like expert person that like talks about like, oh yeah, well they didn't add baking powder, and that's why it looks like soup when it comes out of the microwave and not an actual cake like in the video. And they like in real time do exactly what they say in the video, and it turns out like shit. It's because they intentionally didn't put in a key ingredient. And
what's the goal of that?
The goal is because they want people to go back to the video, even if it's just one or two more times, and see if they miss something.
That is so genius.
Now, I know that sounds like petty, but when they dug into the creators,
mm-hmm.
and it's this company based out of Russia, and it's just a big ass warehouse that has little cubicles of video equipment, backdrop, 2 lights. And they film that. They just film those, and like the weird like, here's how you make goggles out of a fucking 2-liter bottle. There's like weird stuff like that.
Little interesting tutorials of how to do things.
That takes like 30 seconds or whatever. But they film so much of it, and they put out like, I think it was like 2,000 videos a month on their YouTube channel.
And they just farm watch time.
It pleases the algorithm. And that's something that they say throughout the video is these people found out how to please the algorithm, and the algorithm doesn't give a shit like if the content is like fake mm-hmm. or bad, because it likes it. And they've manipulated it into being like where the algorithm is like, bet, here's a shitload of money because you're getting a ton of watch time, you're putting out so much content, you got so many subscribers. But it's because they do stuff like that, it's just not true like
mm-hmm.
like content that they're putting out so that the people can like read back and watch it sometime.
Purposely. So not only do they put out so much content that they'd already get a shit ton of watch time, it forces people to rewatch it.
They don't give a shit either if people comment like, this doesn't work, I don't understand. They don't care.
Because comments get you engagement and boost your rankings.
Isn't that insane?
That is, I know it's messed up, but that is the most genius thing I've ever heard in my life.
Evil genius shit for sure. And I want to say it was the same video, but like,
that's so crazy.
I think it was the same video, but like this company, not saying this is the goal or anything, but they're starting to like do political ads now and stuff like that. And so like, it's almost scary how much power this like startup in a warehouse in the middle of nowhere Russia place has, because they mastered the algorithm on YouTube. They've got like so much so much of a base to like push propaganda shit out on if they wanted to. So it's like, they're like, I don't know if like the Russian government, if this was like a long play, like a long game, or if this was just something that they started to make money, and then the Russian government is like, hey, you can push some propaganda stuff for us since you've got such a big base, we'll pay you or something like that. But it's like, it's almost like it gets conspiracy type of thing, but it's the most mind-blowing little documentary. I think it's like 25 minutes long. It was just, my fucking jaw was open the whole entire time.
So I imagine you probably should only be watching recipe videos if they're from like Delish or Tasty.
Yes.
Or are those the big
the names whatever the main ones are,
Wow.
The ones that are actually doing it so that they can like show people like fun ways to make stuff. Because these ones look exactly like those. They're really good quality, upbeat music. Like, it's not like you watch and you're like, this is a knockoff. You watch it and you think this is a legit video.
Once you get that formula and template down, I mean, all it is at over the counter on a bowl, and you just like doing the stupid like, I'm gonna drop the pepper and it's gonna fall into cut pieces like that thing. So Wow.
We'll link that video that I watched that I just described in the description, so that you guys can go check it out.
Don't give them more watch time to the ones that. Okay.
Right. Yeah. No. We'll link you the ones of the people exposing. They did a really good job on what they said.
That's crazy.
And I haven't heard like people saying, oh, what they are exposing isn't accurate or anything like that. It seems like they know their stuff. So, anyways.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I knew as soon as I heard it. When I was watching it, actually in my head, I was thinking, this is disgusting, but Cameron is going to say they're like super genius.
Oh yeah.
Like they're super smart for doing it.
When you find a loophole to manipulate a system, I'm all like, that is so, like, I love trying to think about new ways to like take advantage of loopholes, because like that's how you get ahead.
The difference is that we would actually make good content and like stay true to who we are as people.
Yeah,
instead of trying to like throw.
Yeah, to me, I think of it as like, okay, yeah, if you made a video that had like funny references in it, that would force people to go back and watch other videos to see what those references were. Like that's a genuine way to get more engagement on a video. Yeah, because you're not cheating anybody out of anything. It's almost like, oh, I want to go back and watch that Marvel movie because they referenced something in this new Marvel movie that I didn't catch before. It's like that,
right?
Like, but on like a YouTube scale. So that's so interesting.
And there were more mind-blowing things in that little documentary. I just can't remember them right now.
That's cool.
I know.
Love it.
Holy shit.
On my paper of notes, all I have, there's a line on here that was written literally downstairs earlier before we started shooting this podcast.
You don't remember the context of it?
And it just says, walking nightmare. I don't know why I wrote that.
That's scary.
Walking nightmare.
Bitch, I don't know.
That feels weird.
Oh my God. Can you imagine now if it's just like a flashback? Like if this was a movie and you're like, dude, I don't know how I don't remember writing this. And then it cuts back to like me just like walking around setting up that video that we just recorded. And then you just like looking off out of a window and just like writing it without even thinking about it.
I know this seems stupid, but like I have on my list paranormal, because eventually Cole and I are going to talk about ghost stories we've had and stuff, and like demon stuff and everything. But like literally underneath that, and then I wrote Sears butthole when we started the first one, so I could talk about, like it could remind me like, oh, that story from Sears.
Those are pretty key words.
But before we started, I just talked about it to cover the mic.
Put the mask back on.
But before we started, at some point downstairs or up here, I wrote walking nightmare. Period. I don't have any reason to think about what that would mean.
It wasn't like my alien dream, was it?
I don't think so.
And you don't recall a nightmare that you had recently that would have triggered?
No, I don't remember writing that at all, and that was within the last 2 hours.
Well, that's just weird as fuck. You look so perplexed.
It's like when people talk about driving, and then they're like, oh, I lost 2 hours because I got abducted. But more and more, dude, stuff like that happens to me. Where I'm like...
How's your butthole feeling?
I mean...
Probed?
Good. No.
It's about to be. Jeez. Oh, that's weird, though, dude.
Yeah. Especially because it's like... it's walking nightmare.
That's something that
it's
you
specific.
Should know what you were talking about.
Because why is walking on there?
I don't know.
Like, it's not like... I could have written nightmare.
Right.
Like, oh, I had a dream I wanted to talk about on the podcast. But it's walking nightmare as if my life is like a walking.
Yeah, maybe it's just how you were feeling at the time.
That is strange.
That is strange.
All right.
Tarnation.
Weird. I just wrote talking for no reason. I don't know what I'm doing.
Why'd you do that?
It's like I'm just thinking and writing. As if it's like doodling, but I wrote words. I wrote talking.
Dude, are you okay? I don't know.
Call Amber Lamps.
Call Amber Lamps.
But no, so one time Cole...
Well, hold on. We can't move past your weird ass... That's called something in the paranormal world, right?
Is it like a ghost riding through me?
That's something. That's something that people actually talk about.
Am I like a dummy Ouija board?
I don't know what you're doing with your arms right now, but...
Like I'm like fucking like...
I don't know how that's gonna...
Like a fucking NSYNC doll, but for a ghost? Or they're like...
That's great. Now I'm gonna look it up because I swear that's called something.
Well, while Cole's looking that up, one time we were New Market Square in the middle of the night. We'd always sneak out and go outside, and we covered him in glow sticks, and then we put a camera up on a tripod, and then we drove. I had an old truck, like an old like Chevy S10 or something. I drove up next to, I think, somebody in an intersection, or maybe we were by ourselves. He hops out of the back of my car in the middle of the 21st and Mays intersection here in Wichita, and then dances to like the party rock.
Yeah. It was when that song first came out too.
Yeah. Like it was just, we used to mess. He like got out and like humped people's cars in the intersection in the middle of the night. Like it's probably 2 a.m.
Which was so dumb.
So
like,
dumb.
Thinking about it now, and Cameron and I have all sorts of stories like that where like we look back and we're like, how did we not die or get punched in the face or arrested?
Seriously.
Like it blows our minds that we've made it this far in life.
Yeah.
Which, if you believe in the idea of like parallel universes and alternate timelines, like we had to have died or gotten fucked up somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Like in other timelines for sure.
For sure.
Like Cameron said, in that video, it was like, what time? It was like midnight?
It had to have been after midnight.
1
Because
a.m.
a lot of our little adventures happened like
True.
in the AM.
And like a car pulls up, it's an actual just person that we don't know, pulls up to the stoplight, and I go behind the car covered in glow sticks with a fuzzy red hat on and glasses, big ass glasses, and I start dry humping the back of his car.
Just to be funny.
Like, could you imagine if that was you?
Because we
like
had an old YouTube channel, and we were like, that's some yucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that'll be funny. Like,
so dumb.
if you did that now, I guarantee we'd get punched.
Oh, totally. 100%.
But I swear people roll down their window and be like, woo!
If one person rolled down his window and was like, can I have a glow stick, bro? And I'm like, hell yeah, man. And I threw a glow stick in his car.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Maybe those are the type of people out at whatever time. People that are more likely to be like, huh.
They were probably drunk. They were probably just driving home after a party or
There's a
something.
lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah. Just walking in really bad neighborhoods, like all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called automatic writing. I'm going to read you the wiki intro real quick. Automatic writing, or psychography, is a claimed psychic ability allowing a person to produce written words without consciously writing. The words purported I don't know that word, arise from a subconscious, spiritual, or supernatural source. Scientists and skeptics consider automatic writing to be the result of ideomotor effect. And even proponents of automatic writing admit it has been the source of a number of cases of self-delusion. Automatic writing is not the same thing as free writing. So
I'm down with the ghosts.
yeah, dude, I think you might be getting possessed as we speak by a demon. Find out what happens next on the next podcast.
Hell yeah. See what crazy, wacky things I write next.
The next one just starts out with you being like, it's like your head just turns completely around.
If we knew enough about like graphics and like CGI, we'd do it.
That'd be
but
amazing.
we're not that good.
Your just eyes roll back in your head and you're just like,
The whole podcast is me just like, you talking at me.
yeah.
Responding to things I didn't say.
Just, yeah, like, so the other day we were like walking through Walmart. Oh, Power Cracks compels you, by the way. And you're like, you just keep going.
You just keep like,
just every now and then just like toss some water on you.
Nice.
Well, guys, about all the time we have for this one, but appreciate you listening. For real, it's we really enjoy doing these podcasts, and we want to continue it. And the only way we can continue is through you guys. So if you like us at all, in any sense of the word like, as people,
yeah,
then keep listening and watching our podcast, please.
By the way, Cole handles Twitter. I don't really touch it, but
if you don't subscribe, your mom's a hoe.
Heard it straight from the bitch's mouth.
God damn it. All right, guys. That's about it. So we'll catch you next time.
Yep. Bye.